Hello, I'm Brenda Chavez and welcome to Dogwood Yoga. Today we're going to be doing a seated practice of which you can do either at home or at work. If you are at work, please keep one foot on the floor at all times if you're in a task chair with wheels. If you are at home, you may place a yoga mat underneath your folding chair, kitchen chair, or similar to help ease any slippage during your practice. Please come to sit at towards the front of the chair. You may remove the flesh from your sits bones. Your back is not up against the back of the chair. Your legs are in a 90-degree angle, knees over ankles. You're lifting up out of the hips with your torso. Your shoulder blades are back and down, and the crown of the head is towards the ceiling. You may rest your hands comfortably. You may want them together. You may want them on your knee, on your thighs. Wherever it's comfortable, we're going to take a couple of moments and come to our breath. We're going to just observe our breath today, and if it is accessible to you to breathe through the nose, we'll start breathing through the nose. So just inhaling and exhaling. You may close your eyes here or take your gaze softly down towards the floor in front of you, whatever is comfortable for you. And just observe the breath. We're not trying to change the breath. We're just coming to this moment by observing how the breath feels as you inhale. Maybe you feel some coolness at the edge of your nostrils. Maybe you feel warmth when you exhale. You might find that the breath is in your throat, in your upper chest. Maybe you can follow it down. Maybe your ribs expand, your tummy expands. And as you exhale, you might feel a little drawing in and letting everything go. But we're not, again, trying to change it. We're just coming to the breath. We're observing the breath. As thoughts arise, as they will, let them go. Let them go. You might be trying to bring to this practice something that happened in your day up till this point, or you might be trying to think about all the things that you still have yet to do. Those things can be put aside for the time being, allowing yourself just to breathe and come to this moment, to your practice, here and now. We'll take 2 or 3 more breaths here, observing. And then, as you will, please flutter your eyes open or lift your gaze. We're going to do some joint release now. So take your hands to your right knee and lift your right foot off the floor. It doesn't have to come up very high. And start rotating the ankle. Just rotating it one way. Then we're going to reverse the rotation. Rotate the opposite way. Keeping your abdominals in, so it's like drawing the navel into the belly. Holding your posture. And then take your hand to that right knee, and then we're going to rotate the hip. Rotating it one way. And then rotating it the opposite way. Placing that right foot back onto the floor. We'll lift the left foot up off the floor, rotating that ankle one way. And then the other way. Taking the hand to the knee, let's do our hip circles. And rotating the opposite way. And then placing that foot back onto the floor, find your posture again, and then grab hold of either underneath the seat of the chair or back on the chair. If you have armrests, maybe holding on to either the apparatus of the armrest or the armrest itself. And we're going to do some torso rolls. So we'll come forward and back and around. Just gentle rolls, and then we'll reverse it, waking up the body, waking up the spine, releasing tension in the joints, and then back up to seated posture. Take your right arm, we'll do a shoulder roll, bringing a little bit more fluidity into the shoulders. And if anything that we do in any of this hurts, do not do it. There's discomfort and there's pain. This is no pain. Taking your forearm as support with your opposite arm, we'll do circles with the wrists. And opposite way. You can always ease off or just don't do a pose or a movement. Again, discomfort is one thing. Pain is definitely something we want to avoid in our yoga practice. We're on the left shoulder, rotating it the opposite way. Taking support into that forearm with the opposite hand. Let's rotate the wrists and rotate them the opposite way. And then coming back to our seated posture. I want to inhale, and then exhale, we're going to drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Again, that shoulder should be away from the ear. And if you want to bring the hand to underneath the seat, that might not, just to tell it to drop the shoulder, that is fine. We're inhaling and exhaling here. Finding a little stretch in the neck on the left side. And then on an inhale, bring the head back up. And we'll switch over to the left. Inhale and then exhale, drop the ear to the shoulder. Again, that shoulder comes down away. Breathing here, allowing any tension to work its way out of the neck. And then inhaling it, bringing it back up. And we're going to do some shoulder rolls back and down. From here we're going to do a seated cat-cow pose. And I'm going to turn to the side so you can see it from the side. So from the side, we're going to take our hands down to our knees And then we're going to roll the shoulder blades back, and we're going to bring an arch to the back and lift the head to the sky, face to the ceiling. And then on the exhale, we're going to round the back, bringing our chin to the chest and rounding the back. So it's an inhale, drawing the arms up the thigh, opening the chest. That's the cow pose. Cat pose is rounding the back, chin to chest. And the arms are floating down towards the knees. Inhale and exhale. Anytime that I am doing a pose, do it with your breath. Maybe I'm moving faster or slower than you like to move. Just don't necessarily follow me. I'd like you to bring a little bit of slowness to your breath and to your pose. And we'll do this 2 more times. Last exhale. And then coming back up to your seated pose. Now we'll move into a twist. We're going to twist to the right side first. So you're going to take your right hand and see if you can place it back behind you on the seat of the chair, or if you can't do that, if you want to bring it to your armrest, if you have an armrest, or to the back of your chair. We're just going from here, we're going to inhale, lengthen as we inhale, and then we're going to place that left hand to the right knee, and we're going to twist on the exhale. We're not going to go very far at first, then we're going to take it breath by breath, inhaling, lengthening, and exhaling, taking the twist a little bit more. We're twisting from the mid-back, the torso area. Inhaling and twisting a little bit deeper. One more inhale. And see if you can go just a little bit more. And now you can take that neck and look over the right shoulder. Your left shoulder should be moving away from your ears, nice and tall. And now on an exhale, draw your chin and look over that opposite arm. So you're looking in front of you now, over that other arm. Should be your left arm. Bringing yourself back to center with your neck. And then inhaling, we'll draw it up. And exhale, coming back to the front of your chair. Now take the left arm, draw it behind you or to your arm or the back of your chair. Sitting up nice and tall, bring your right arm to your left knee, inhaling and exhaling, twisting from the mid portion of your back. Inhaling and exhaling, bringing a little bit more twist. Inhaling one more time. And exhaling, we'll hold the pose and your neck can twist into looking over that left shoulder. On an exhale, bring your head and look over that right shoulder. bringing your head back to a neutral position. Inhaling here, nice and tall, arms overhead, and exhale, lower down. Now we're going to do a little forward folding. So our hands come to our legs, and we're going to rub the legs with our hands as we fold forward and come up a couple of times. So inhaling, nice and tall. Exhaling, drawing the navel in and folding forward. Hands go down as far as they can go. And inhaling, coming back up. Abdominals are still strong when you're inhaling. Now you may only exhale to here. This is fine, but draw the chin in towards the chest as you're exhaling, and then inhaling back up. This is a perfectly fine forward fold. If you can take it any further, then don't force it. Just come down as far as you can come, and inhaling back up nice and tall. This time, wherever you're at, we're going to exhale forward. And we're going to stay here for a few breaths. Chin is tucked. The back of the neck is long. If you're able to fold forward, try to bring your whole torso over your knees. And release with the breath. Two more breaths here. And then on your next inhale, hands back on the legs wherever they are and bring them back up to a seated posture. From here, we're going to come back to our breath. We're going to do what we call the three-part breath. So I want you to take your hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. On an inhale, I want you to inhale deep into the belly. Make the belly expand. Then you'll expand the ribs, the low ribs, mid ribs, upper ribs. And bring the breath all the way up into the collarbone. On the exhale, you're going to release from the collarbone, upper ribs, lower ribs, and belly draws in. So on the inhale, think of it as we're inhaling and lengthening as we expand the belly, the ribs, and the collarbone. And exhaling, we're releasing. You might even feel the drop of the shoulders down the back. The rib cage moving in. Inhaling. And exhaling. Take a couple breaths here on your breath. Belly, lower ribs, middle ribs, upper ribs, and collarbone. Exhaling, collarbone, upper ribs, lower mid ribs, lower ribs, and belly. And you're drawing the navel in on the exhale. One more full breath here. And you can release the arms down. You may want to, for the next couple of few moments, place your hands, the back of the palms on your legs. You may want to bring your palms together, the back of the palms together. Maybe you'd like to do a mudra with the forefinger and the thumb and the 3 other fingers lying out. Whatever is comfortable for you. We're just going to take a couple moments here to bring ourselves back into the breath, back into the body, and observe any sensations that you may be feeling from the practice that we did. You might feel a little more loosening in your joints. Maybe your joints move a little easier now. Maybe you feel a little more energy from the breath work. Just take a couple moments observing and allowing this practice to absorb into your body. You may wish to stay here a little longer. I'm going to close the practice. You are welcome to stay where you're at and breathe and let your body absorb and notice your sensations a little longer. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your practice today. May you be free of suffering. May you live your life with ease. May you find peace and joy and love. Namaste.